We are live.
We are.
Aaron Whitlow.
You know me. I'm Brandon Spivey. We the Marquette Movie Podcast.
He's been waiting on me for an hour, he says.
Let's keep it real up in here. Yes.
Keep it real. We're also going to let people know that today is Brandon's birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday. Man, I haven't noticed. I've just been so busy, just haven't noticed.
Happy birthday to Brandon. Make sure that you comment. Happy birthday to this man. So on today's episode, we are going to be discussing Eternals, which came out in 2021. But before that, we always do what we watched. I wanted to go into what we watched, but then we're going to stop it, and I'm going to talk about a couple other things that I watched as well. So first, what we watched. Brandon, what did you watch this week? Anything new?
Yeah, actually.
A lot of Bond?
Well, okay, there's three things. I finished Bond.
Bondathon?
I like Daniel Craig as Bond, but he's not Bond. He's not the Bond we think of. You know what I mean? He's all serious. He's not Sean Connery. He's not Roger Moore.
Mm-hmm.
He's more like Timothy Dalton. Too serious, but he's good. He's better than Timothy Dalton. But yeah, nothing beats Sean Connery in my opinion. Though he's the bomb. He's
the Bond. He's the Bond.
I would say number 2 would be Pierce Brosnan. It's just his movies after GoldenEye kind of suck, But moving on, I watched yesterday. I watched Easter Sunday. Happy birthday! Thank you.
Oh,
I'll make sure to barf later.
So you watched Easter Sunday. How was it?
It was quite bad. Just wasn't funny at all. It was if you watch this movie, you won't think this guy's a comic at all. You think, man,
is it worst list bad or
it could make it? Yeah. It felt like a sitcom, an overly long sitcom. But I will say this: it was good to see Tiffany Haddish, and it was good to see Lou Diamond Phillips pop up. Other than that, it fell flat. The jokes fell flat. It felt like something that would have came out maybe the 90s with the storyline they were going with. It just wasn't, which I didn't expect much, to be honest, but it just wasn't much. The last weekend, though, I saw Fall, and let me tell you, my anxiety went insane for the first half of this movie. I'm like, girls, go back down. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to exit. This is making me second guess skydiving next year. So, yeah. But the second half of the movie, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you've seen some recent theatrical shark movies, you know what's going to happen. So,
okay.
I knew what was going to happen, I knew where the story was going. So, second half of the movie kind of was disappointing because I've seen the movie already. So, but that first half, oh God, I wanted to leave. Not because it's bad, just because my anxiety was so insane.
I watched. Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I watched. This is really bad. It came out this year. It's called Tiger Rising. It has Dennis Quaid in it, Queen Latifah. It's like it's kids, and there's a tiger trapped in a cage, and I don't know. It's just a weird movie, man. I just thought it was a waste of time. Wow. It was just like Dennis is great. Dennis is great.
Dennis
Queen Latifah Queen Latifah shows up as well, but I just felt like the movie was bland. Another thing I watched was Day Shift with Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco and Megan Good is in it as well. I thought the movie was pretty boring. It was a boring movie. It just wasn't.
How do you do a boring movie with Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco?
and also Snoop Dogg's in it as well. I found it boring. It's just like I just felt like it wasn't captivating.
Spoiler
for
alert.
me.
Did they kill Dave Franco in the first act?
I don't want to spoil it.
They killed Dave Franco in the first act. Good God. Oh.
But I didn't say that. But then I did watch something I wanted to actually make sure I bring up. RRR. So I think it's Bilfer
It was Bilfer.
that asked us to watch it, and I tell you, man, I was blown away by it. It's 3 hours. It's a 3 hour movie, but it doesn't feel like a 3 hour movie. It was captivating, man. It was like it's a great story about uh it takes place in like India during the time where the British occupied India, and there's this little tribe of Indians that has this little girl, and she's a beautiful little girl. She sings very beautiful, and the British was like, "Yeah, let's just go and take her. She's pretty. Let's take her. Let's make her our own like thing to have in the house." And so they just straight up took her from the village, and this one warrior uh, goes to retrieve her from the village, like, and he's like a pure-hearted. He's like the warrior for that tribe. He's pure heart, and he's there to try to get her back. But at the same time, you have this other guy he works for the British Army, and he's like an Indian as well, and he's like the fire, and then the other one's like the water side of things. And they have like superpower, like super strength and stuff. It was great, man. It has Bollywood, so it's like dancing in it, music because it's Indian. It's like a Bollywood movie, but it's such a great movie. I absolutely love it. It's a 5 star movie for me. Um, it's gonna make my best list for sure. I loved it, man. I recommend you watch it. Let's see. Bilford says I saw Beast with Idris Elba and I loved it. Okay, I wanted to see that too. I didn't get to see it. And then Joker pops in and says Shift. Love Day Shift. He loves Day Shift. Okay, it was a great movie. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. Thanks for giving RR a chance. Yeah, Bilford, man, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was an excellent movie. Storytelling, the bromance between the two characters. Because the one guy, he works for the British Army. He's trying to track down who this man is from this village that's trying to rescue this girl, and but they become friends, like best friends, and it's a great story. It's called RRR. It's on Netflix. I recommend you watch it, Brandon. It's gonna make my. I think it should be nominated for best foreign film. Uh, but I think that it will. I also would include it in my personal list as one of my best movies I've seen this year. Um, so yeah, but and then I wanted to mention finally Elvis. I saw Elvis. Yeah. Um, Now, disclaimer: my wife absolutely didn't like the movie, but and she's a huge Elvis fan. Uh, but I loved it, man. While watching the movie, I was thinking I was getting Gatsby vibes, and for good reason because you know Baz directed Gatsby, and so I was getting those vibes while watching. I was like, man, it put me in the mind of Gatsby. And then he also did Australia, which I loved Australia. That's like one of my favorite movies that came out many years ago. Hugh Jackman's in that as well. But yeah, I loved it, man. I thought it was a good movie. I thought uh, give me Austin Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
That's right.
He disappeared into the role, and I saw Elvis. I didn't see Austin. You told me that was going to happen, and it's true. And so at the end, whenever they do show footage of Elvis playing, at the piano, I was like, oh yeah, that's Elvis. Because it's like, it's that like it's that, and there's another scene in there where they show real footage of Elvis at one point. But yeah. Oh, and how does Tom Hanks make you hate him so? But he does. And but I think that he should be nominated for best supporting actor in a motion picture.
Oh, absolutely.
Brandon,
I mean,
5 stars for me, by the way. 5 stars.
I saw this movie 7 times, so you pretty much know what I think. I think Tom Hanks deserves to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think he disappears as Colonel. Look, when I watch the movie like 5, 6, 7 times, I don't see Tom Hanks. I just see Colonel Parker and Elvis. I'm at that point. I just, they get lost in their roles, and I think this movie is going to be nominated for a lot of awards. I don't know if they'll win any. I hope Austin wins. I mean,
Maybe I'm hoping it's nominated for best costume design, uh,
yeah,
best cinematography. I think they had really great cinematography, and I think Austin should be nominated for best actor. And then
it'll be
obviously,
it would be an injustice if he doesn't get nominated for Best Actor. It really will.
but, but I liked it, man. I'm glad I could see. I messaged Brandon, and I didn't message it. I said it in my letterbox review. I said I used to give you flack for seeing it like 6 or 7 times, and I said I understand now why, because I've been itching to kind of watch it. And, well, I haven't watched it, although I haven't watched it again. I have been constantly playing the soundtrack. Like I love the soundtrack, and it's like a good mixture of Elvis, Austin, and temporary act, musicians. The one lady, Sonata, I think it's her name. I forget her name, if that's her name or not. She lived in Nashville. That she just passed away. She's
Yeah.
the one that sung Hound Dog in the movie. Um, and a couple of people I know is actually were friends of hers. So I hated to hear that, but yeah, it was her. But no, I love the movie, man. It's five
What did you
markouts for me.
think of how he learned how to, his background?
It's true to Elvis as far as like his Tupelo upbringing. He grew up in a predominantly black community, and so his friends was black, and that's the music that he was exposed to. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that that's his dancing, his music, and things like that would have came from that background. It makes sense, you know. So yeah, I didn't find fault with that. I know that over years there's been controversy as far as like they say, well, he stole from blacks his style or whatever. Um, but I do think that him being who he was kind of helped shed light on uh, black artists. I think that people would say, hey, let me go back and hear Mama Thornton, Hound Dog, or let me hear BB King, or let me hear Little Richard, or you know
Yeah.
and in the movie, he gives props to like Little Richard. He said, "Oh, that man's cooking. That man's tearing it up." And it's it's cool, man. That I wish that the one thing I wish I would have seen in there was a Johnny Cash type of
Yeah.
cameo, like somebody being Johnny, because I know that him and Johnny were friends. Um, but yeah, but it wasn't about Johnny. In Johnny's movie, there's Elvis in there. So in Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna say Walk Hard. That's a totally different movie. But yeah, but no, I loved it, man. I loved it.
I'm
That was
glad
my
you enjoyed
thoughts.
it. I was shocked, honestly, to hear your wife didn't like it since she's such a big fan. It blew me away.
She's
But
their own though, but she's one of those fans that don't really like to see imitation of it. She likes Elvis himself. Don't want to see a story of him. Although I love that. You know, wow, it's just an amazing thing. And I started looking at interviews and stuff on Austin. Austin, the way they talked prior to Elvis and the way he talks now, it's changed. Like you can see how much this this role has impacted who he was,
yeah,
and so how he's kind of came out on the other side, a more reflective type of type of person. But yeah, I thought it was a good movie.
I'm glad you liked it. I really.
But now we're gonna get on into the meat and potatoes of this episode, which is Eternals. Um, the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilization, starring Gemma Gemma Chan. I don't know if it's her name right. It's Cersei, Richard Madden, aka he's Icarus in here, but I know him from Game of Thrones. Um, I know like two people from Game of Thrones, so it's kind of crazy. Angelina Jolie is Athena. Salma Hayek is Ajax. You have Kit Harington as Dane Whitman. You have Kamel Najani. I can't say his name. It's Kingo. Kingo. Although I know him from mainly he was in what not the Mandalorian, but he was in the Book of Boba Fett, I think. No, he was just recently in the what's it? Your boy. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Ewan McGregor. Come on,
Han
give it to me,
Solo?
Brandon.
Solo? I mean, not Han Solo,
No,
but
no.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, there you go. Obi-Wan. He was in Obi-Wan. Yeah. Um, and then Leah McHugh is Sprite, and then there's Brian Tyree Henry as Festus, and then Lauren Ridloff, who is a actual uh, deaf actress as Makari, and then there's so many cats. Barry Keoghan is Druid, and Gilgamesh is Mayduk Silk. I like him from um, Train to Busan. That's my dude from Train to Busan. Um, they say Bill Skarsgård is on this. I don't remember being in this movie, so that's
Maybe it's the
interesting.
voice.
It says Crow. Is that who's Crow? But
It's probably
uh,
the voice actor for whatever I don't remember what they're called. The one that kind of morphs into Ajax, gets their powers,
oh yeah, maybe yeah.
starts
Okay, that
talking
makes
later
sense.
on in the movie.
It's probably him. It's probably him. Yeah, I didn't know he was even in this movie. Yeah, I'd rather seen him, not like a CGI creature, because Bill Skarsgård is pretty excellent. Um,
True,
but
true.
I'm ready for these numbers, Brandon.
You ready for the numbs?
Ready for the numbs. It's gonna
All
make me
right.
numb.
They may not. So here we go. Okay, I just had to double check something real quick. Okay, it got a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Got a 4 out of 5 on Vudu. 73% like it on Google. It's got a 47% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 78% audience score. So it's a mixed bag from audience to
Not
critics.
not certified fresh.
It is it's not certified.
Oh, wow. So where to start with this movie?
Yeah, I think it's the most hated Marvel movie as far as critics go.
Yeah, I can see that. It's not for me. It's you know what? I'll still say Dark World still the worst. Um.
Yeah, for me it's Doctor Strange, but
Oh well, yeah. Which one? Which Doctor Strange?
the first one.
Okay.
I won't give
No,
the second some love when we
I
get to it.
I prefer the first Doctor Strange over Thor: Dark World.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but this one is just now. This is my thoughts. I think that they have compelling characters. I think Icarus is my favorite character out of the
Yeah.
whole.
Is that the
He was
Marvel
fun to watch.
Superman?
Marvel Superman. He was fun to watch the whole time. But like, my biggest gripe is when I was watching. I was like, some of these other characters. I felt like they were just like, it's too many. I think it's too many characters. The team's too big.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
As I said last night when we were talking about it, I really feel this movie would have benefited from an origin story instead of jumping into present and going to the past, present, past. It almost felt like Quentin Tarantino directed this for the way they went with it. But it doesn't have his style. It just has, he likes to film stuff that goes to the past to the present. But I really think it would have benefited from an origin story.
You know what it felt like to me? It felt like a long, what is it, 2 hours and 36 minutes?
Yeah, I
It felt like a
forgot
2 hour.
how long it was.
It felt like a 2. It felt long, didn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
It drags. That's what the difference between that and like RRR is that RRR never felt like it dragged. There's one part in it where you're like, oh, it feels like this is the end, but it's not. But then it's like it gives you a chance, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is okay. Now we're getting into this part of it. Whereas with this, there's times where whenever it jumps back into the past and stuff, it does take you out of it a bit. Um, and also, what else is something I didn't like about this movie is I didn't I felt like it was a 2 hour and 36 minute Disney Plus Marvel's TV show. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like a movie. Maybe because I don't know the characters, but then again, I didn't know the characters in Shang-Chi, but and I never felt bored with that though. You know?
Here's one thing I'll give it. Here's one thing I like about it compared to all the other Marvel stuff is that it told a story. I felt it told a compelling story. It was more story driven than action, and I like that. But I also felt I agree with you on this. It had too many characters. Some got lost in the shuffle. Like I can't tell you many characters now. I mean, I can tell you any. To be honest, Icarus. It's Marvel.
The forgettable one. Like some of them are very forgettable.
Yeah, I didn't like Angelina Jolie in this movie. I don't know why. I don't like her. I'm usually a fan of hers, but the role didn't fit her. Like I don't know. I would have thought the role would have fit the main lead. I was shocked she took this kind of role. She's usually the main star in her movies, so I was very surprised.
She needed money. No, I don't know.
Well, what she's doing to Brad Pitt right now, I don't know if she needs money or not. She's gonna Johnny Depp him.
Also, Johnny Depp him. Poop the bed. And also, Selma Hayek. I felt like she was a wasted character. I would first preface this by saying I'm not a big Selma Hayek fan at all. Like I literally don't like. I don't watch movies with her in it. I just don't. It's something about it I just never liked. I don't know. Even from Dusk to Dawn, I just didn't care. I didn't care whatsoever. So I'm not a fan of hers at all. But yeah, in this movie, I felt like she was wasted though. You know. And I would say that I like Sprite. I like the idea of Sprite and that she wants to be she is immortally a child, and there's nothing that she can do to change that. Even though she is old, you know, she's like an old person. She's the same age as everybody else essentially, but she was made to be like a child forever, and she doesn't like that. And the whole comparison to Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, I like that comparison as well. But I also felt like her powers, like so Loki's powers, at least when he creates stuff, they are tangible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she can just like it's a mirage. It's not really there. So it's like it's the most useless. Her power is like Monty's power in Captain Planet is like heart. Like nobody wanted that power. I just dissed Monty from Captain Planet. I did that. It happened.
I don't remember much about Captain Planet. I watched
so if you ever go,
it, but I have literally forgotten. I remember what Captain Planet looks like. I don't remember secondary characters at all.
It's like heart, fire, earth, wind, water.
Yeah.
With these powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Monty had heart. Nobody wants that. Nobody. Well, you can't stop a robber with heart.
Now I'm wondering why there's not a Captain Planet movie.
It'd be terrible. Oh, don't. Disney is watching this, and they'll probably say, "Great idea." I don't know who owns Captain Planet.
Not watching us.
No,
although Disney, if you watch us, you can promote us a little bit. We'd be glad to have the promotion.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for being there. But Brian Tyree Henry as Festus. He's the engineer guy that fixes stuff. My biggest thing with him, he's an actor. He's an actor, and he's now has been in Godzilla. He's been in Child's Play, the remake, the reboot rather. He's been in he's Bullet Train. Most recently, he's been in Bullet Train, um, and he's working.
He's
But
working.
like, but he got it started in the show Atlanta, where he plays like a gangster rapper. Like he's really like a thug guy. He's a misunderstood guy, but he's a gangster rapper. He's supposed to be like Soldier Boy, like he's no punk.
So can I ask you a question about him?
Yeah, go
Do
ahead.
you like remember him from these movies?
From those other movies, yeah,
Yeah.
I recognize him in everything that I see him
Like
in.
I
I
forgot he was
recognize
in
him.
this movie. I forgot he was in the movie. Before you mentioned it, I forgot he was in Child's Play again. Like for
So you
me,
feel like he hasn't had
he's a
that memorable.
throwaway in everything I've seen. For me,
Ooh, he hasn't had that memorable. But that's why like yeah
I haven't seen
in
Atlanta though.
films
So
yes, in Atlanta he's one of the best characters in the show, and you know, so that's why I think he's a great actor because I've seen his acting chops in that show. It's just that these parts he's getting, man. I haven't seen Bullet Train, so I haven't seen if he
I
does
haven't
really
seen
good at that.
that. Not yet. So
But I
so
know
I'm
that yeah, he's
curious.
thrown away in Godzilla. He's thrown away in Godzilla. He was a throwaway in the whole movie. For me, Child's Play was a throwaway, but
Throw it
um,
away. Put it in the trash. No more
yeah,
Chuck. Or yeah, his name was Chucky, right? Buddy,
yeah.
Buddy.
I like the other the Brad Dourif
Well, I mean,
uh
I don't
Child's
think
Play stuff.
anyone's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I like that Chucky better than Brett Dorff." But I mean, I don't think anybody in the world would ever say that. God,
No,
forgive
no.
me if they did.
But you know what I mean as far as like since I mentioned it, I like I'm more into the Don Mancini Child's Play franchise. You know, like because I think that even with the show Chucky, it revitalizes my love for like Chucky. Man, Chucky's the dude. I like it. So yeah, and that's what that show did that for me. But nevertheless, no. Uh, Brian, I forget his name.
Henry, I believe.
Yeah, I just felt like he is very throwaway in Eternals. Um,
But we've agreed
uh,
most of them are. So,
but so other than Icarus, what did you think of Makari, the deaf lady that runs really fast, the speeder?
and I see her, I just see a female Flash. I saw a lot of DC, and I know they borrow from each other, but I was like, I saw a lot of DC in this movie. I was like, you got a female Flash, you got Marvel Superman. Um, like I was trying to think.
Was it
Sprite
color?
reminded me of somebody, but I don't remember who.
Loki reminded me of like Loki without Loki. It's like Loki. It's not.
Without Loki's
It's
personality, right?
Yeah, without Loki's winning personality. But I don't know. I think Makari though. I did love that there was a deaf actress and she was signed and using ASL. I thought that was really great for some diversity. Um, so I enjoyed seeing that. I thought she was really fast. It seemed like she was really strong because when she fights Icarus at the end, she's
Yeah.
like she's handing it. She's handing it to him, man. She's like really like she's doing this. She's like really. I would say that she might be even faster than Flash, but it'd be interesting to see her speed compared to Quicksilver and um, Flash. Like who would be the fastest?
I
Uh,
guess it's okay now because Quicksilver's dead in the Marvel universe
yep.
as of right now. So it's okay to have another fast character. But I don't know. They're bringing all these characters in. You really don't know half of them. You like, and this is what this
I
phase
feel
has been. Though it's been bringing all these new characters in, and you don't really know their purpose, or you don't know who's leading this group. You don't. It's just a
do,
lot of randomness going on. It feels like.
do you feel that? Marvel is like with some of these characters, it's scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like as far as like you know,
Well, I do, but I also feel they have a plan. Like I really think they have a
he
Sprite looks
says Greta Thunberg. Yeah, she really did actually. He's not lying. Uh, but she's just like the heck. It's just weird, man. Um, I but real quick before you mention that, I want Gilgamesh, Ma Dong Suk. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's from Train for Busan. He was a really strong guy. They had a pregnant wife in Train for Busan. Train to
yeah,
Busan. You remember him?
yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is probably racism on my part, and I apologize. The whole time, I apologize. But the first time I seen this in theaters, for some reason, the whole time I seen him, I was thinking it was Wong from
Me
Doctor
too.
Strange.
Me too.
I thought is Wong an Eternal? Like, and I was wondering, like, so when he dies, I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, it's not the same guy. It's just
He
me.
looks a
So
little bit like Wongo. He looks a little bit like him.
I thought I was wrong, man. I thought I was wrong. Sorry,
And they ruined an
my bad, bro.
opportunity there to have both of them together and make a joke how they look alike. But
Yeah,
yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought, man, this he doesn't act like Wong, but he kind of looks like him a little bit. It's
yeah,
like, yeah, I remember thinking, oh, that's Wong as well. I was like, what are they doing? But
yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Like I
but
don't
that's
hate
that's
this
that's
movie.
our ignorance though, because we're not familiar with the Eternals as a comic book character.
Oh
So
God,
I was thinking it's Wong. I was like, is Wong an Eternal? Like, was he? Has he been here like forever? Like, I don't know. Could be. I don't
I
know.
think I think many people will have this problem that they're introducing all these lesser known characters, and you still got guys like Daredevil that I know he's there technically, but he ain't got his movie. Punisher ain't got his movie. Hulk
And
ain't got a sequel. But of course Hulk's
we
not Hulk anymore, so
yeah,
we ain't gonna get onto that anymore until we have
you're
to.
not gonna you're not gonna
I'm not gonna like it, I know. I've already heard too much.
but yeah, no,
Makes
I
me want to
agree.
punch somebody from Marvel.
But then you have characters like which we want to see in the MCU, like the Daredevil, like Punisher, like Wolverine, like the X-Men. We want to see those characters, huh?
Yeah, we haven't seen the X-Men yet.
Yeah, we want to see these characters, but then you have these lesser characters like these Eternals, and I'm like, I don't have no idea who these people are. The only one that jumped out to me immediately was like Icarus, and then in this movie they're like kill him off. I'm like, okay, well, dang man, that's the one I
But
like.
in the
Why?
comics, he does come back, but it's not the same Icarus. It's a different. He doesn't have no memory of all that, so it's like he's the Terminator rebranded. He'll be back
So,
as a good guy, probably total good, following the
uh,
program.
so let me ask you this. This is another flaw that I have with it is like they made Icarus a very likable character for me, and then like that when they swerved us and you know that he's now a heel. He's like a villain. Uh, well, he's not a villain. It's like what you said. It's one of those complex things where he thinks that he's doing the right thing
Yeah,
because
he's following
he
orders.
he's following orders and he doesn't understand why the other ones isn't following orders. So
I'm telling you right now,
he's
Captain
gonna.
America would do what he did. If he felt it was the right thing, he would have done what he did. He reminded me of Captain America so much of that in that moment. I gotta follow my orders. He's a good boy. He's just gotta follow the orders. But
Yeah.
even when he did all that, I'm still Team Marvel Superman. I don't care what his name is. I'm calling him Marvel Superman. I don't.
Icarus.
I
His
like
name's
him better
Icarus.
than actual Superman. I know some
Oh,
people
really?
get upset with me on that one. But I do. I
Ooh,
like him better.
ooh. Comment section gonna go crazy. I hope so. I want y'all to comment. Disagree with us. That's fine. Um, but yeah, no, I loved Icarus, man. Even like you said, even when he's a villain, that's why at the end, like when he's flying into the sun, I was like, no, come on, don't do that, bro. Because I'm thinking you the one I like. Don't like put Angelina up there or something. That's fine. You stay. It's honestly how I felt about it, man.
Yeah.
Uh, I liked her. I liked him. Yeah, but most of them are very, very forgettable. Druid, the one that can like mind control. It's just like I don't know. This guy, I don't like his face. I don't even know this kid. He's in
He
the Green Knight.
came more off
He's
as
in
a villain
Dunkirk.
than anybody in this whole movie
He's
from the
in
get go.
Batman. He
He played it
oh
like,
he's yeah, he was unseen. He's the Joker in the Batman. He's the
is
one that at the very end when he's talking, he's in a cell. That's who it is. Same guy.
I don't. I mean, there's just one scene. I don't know. He seems like a good actor and all, but he just felt to me like a villain in this whole movie. Like,
Yeah.
his nature, wanting to control minds, and I don't know. He's just I didn't like him.
Bilford, I do agree with you.
The best Superman is Amazon's The Boys. Is in Amazon's
Oh,
Boys.
yeah, I've seen it. So he's referring to Homelander. 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 Oh my goodness. With that guy, I
You know
can't
what?
wait for you to watch it.
You know what I'm sensing though?
What?
Nobody likes the good old boy Superman.
Yeah.
They like.
And it's sad because I like Superman. I'm a mark for Superman. I've
I
always
like
been
it
like I
too.
like
Well,
Christopher Reeves.
I like Henry Cavill's Superman.
I didn't so much like him. It wasn't until Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League that
Mm.
I kind of dug him. Uh, it wasn't until that movie. I just don't like. I don't know. I just don't. I like a clear, definitive cut between Clark and Superman, and I felt like they didn't do that in the Zack Snyder stuff. Like you clearly are Superman. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like with Christopher Reeves, with even Brandon Roth, and even the Disney, not Disney, but the CW guy, whatever that guy's name is. Not Smallville, but the other guy, the Lois and Superman. I think that there's a clear cut difference between Superman and Clark Kent.
What
And
about Dean Cain?
I forget about Dean Cain.
Why
Yeah,
you forget about Dean? Everybody
never
forgets
watched.
Dean.
I never watched that one. I never watched that one.
It's the only Superman show I've ever seen.
Oh man, you missing out, man. Smallville was excellent.
I
But
know. I hear
yeah,
it. I heard it is, but he doesn't put on the cape till the last episode. I hear, or last shot of the
yeah,
show.
yeah. But
So
but
Superman.
but then and then Lois and Superman, or Superman and Lois, or whatever that is. That's a good little show too.
I'm
Um,
shocked it's not canceled though. The way they canceled everything.
I I haven't watched anything CW in a minute, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, I
But
can tell you what DC's doing right now. They're canceling just about everything.
well, HBO Max got bought out or merging with like Discovery or something. I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
They should just sell it to
Everybody,
Disney. Big old
just give it to
crossover right
Disney.
there happening.
Disney's like, I can take it off your hands.
They can't.
But anyway,
And Dwayne Johnson's probably, yep, I like this. I work with Disney a lot.
but Bill Skarsgård, I didn't realize he was even in this movie. Which I loved him in. Obviously, I loved him as Pennywise. I think he's perfect as Pennywise. Um, I felt like the villain, just the villain. I'm going to go and call the villain Crow because it shows him as Crow, and I assume that's who he is. I felt like the villain wasn't really a good villain. Like just lazy. It's lazy, man. It felt very lazy. Uh, it just wasn't. I wasn't invested. I wasn't invested. Whereas with Shang-Chi, the father, I'm invested in him because I know his motivation and everything. With this, all it has going for it is the quote unquote Brandon's words, the Marvel Superman. You're right. It's what it has going for it. Is
It's
that
got
guy?
another thing going for it. They didn't spend much time on it. The love interest, I don't even know the girl's name. Marvel Superman's ex-girlfriend.
Cersei.
Yeah, her. And this other dude that you say is from Game of Thrones, who's got some
Yeah,
secret
that's
that he's
Jon
hiding.
Snow. It's Jon Snow.
Oh, is it?
You know, yeah, from Game of Thrones, Jon
He
Snow.
looks nothing like that character in this movie.
It's Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow. And then the guy to play Icarus is actually Jon Snow's brother in Game of Thrones. So that's what's interesting, man. It's like they play brothers in the Game of Thrones. So yeah.
I guess Game of Thrones is another show I should watch.
Oh, absolutely. The last season's trash, but yeah, everything up to it is great.
It's usually
And
how it
you'll still,
goes.
yeah, that's how it goes. But no, but yeah, man, no. What were you saying though? What was your point?
Like they could have done more with his character. I'm assuming they're going to do more in Eternals 2 with his character, but I don't know what he is. Is he a vampire slayer? Is he a
I don't know.
vampire hunter? I mean,
He's like a. I don't know. I'm not familiar
and
with
you
his
got
character.
Blade whispering in his
He has,
ear at the end. I'm like,
he,
who is this guy? I know who Blade is. Who's this guy he's talking to? You know, I don't.
he
I'm assuming
he's
he's a
like.
vampire slayer with a large
His,
sword and stuff. I'm
I think
assuming.
his name is Black Knight or something. I don't know. Not Black Knight, but something. He's like um Kit Harington. He is. I don't know, man. He's like Kit Harington, Marvel. I'm trying to see what the name of his character is.
Well, why are you doing that? What did you think of Thanos' brother, played by Harry Styles, and his
All right,
little
so
elf looking thing?
first of all, name. So first of all, when that originally happened, his name, yeah, the future Black Knight. I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. Black Knight. I thought I was wrong because I was thinking Martin Lawrence's movie, The Black Knight. I'm like, it can't be right, but okay, guess it's right. But okay, Harry Styles. First of all, I had no idea it's Harry Styles. I don't know who the hell Harry Styles is. So I was like, but now I do. After the fact, I'm like, okay, it's Harry Styles. I don't care. Who cares?
Okay, what about this
Who's
little elf?
who's Eros? What does he do? And he's Thanos' brother, but they don't. I don't understand. I don't understand.
But the
The
elf,
elf. You know what it reminded me of
it's a
is
missed
in
opportunity. I know that. They could have cast
is
Ward
it is
Davis.
there you go. There you go. No, what I was gonna say is, yeah, they should have catch Ward Davis, but
Shut
no, but what I was gonna say is this. Um, the elf though, he reminded me of, you remember the What If episode with the partying uh Thor, Party Thor? That's what it reminded me of, like he would be with the Party Thor.
Yeah,
That's what it reminded me of, like
I
that.
look forward to him. I'm just saying, he
You
brought
look forward
life
to
to the
Party Thor?
no,
That's
not
funny.
Party Thor. This little elf. I love the little people, man. Okay,
You're a fan of the little people.
I'm
You
a,
love
I'm
the
a
little
huge
guy.
fan of little people. I remember in the '80s when
Uh,
they had little people wrestling. I love that stuff, man. Brought me joy.
hmm,
I guess we're going to Black Knight.
yeah, I was trying to see if I see the name of who did the voice of the little guy. Oh, it's Patton Oswalt.
I don't know that person.
You don't know who Patton Oswalt is? He's an
Thanks.
actor. Uh, he's a comedian. You'll know him if you've seen him. That's all I can say.
Uh,
He's in the Sandman. He's working. This guy's working.
Short,
He's working his butt off. But yeah,
tall person.
no, he's pretty short. No, he's
Uh,
not. He's a tall person. He's not a little person.
he's not a little
He's a
person.
human. He's a human-sized individual,
See,
regular sized person. But
where's John
the
Leguizamo now when you need him? He's always
but
preaching diversity. We can't get little people
but
to voice these roles now. I'm just
but
playing.
he's
Go on.
but he's you know, he's a good voice actor, I guess. You know who I thought it was is I thought it was Seth, what's his
Rogan.
name? Seth Rogen, yeah. That's what I thought it
I
was.
actually did too. I actually thought it was Seth. I was like, good God.
But
I
um
said, well, this fits his character just perfect because
hmm,
he's he's drunk or he's high. So it's
Yeah. But we can go ahead. I guess anything else you want to mention? What do you think about the Titan thing? Essentially,
well, we
so
we
he
can
was
talk about
they stopped
Angelina's
him.
character a little bit. What you think about her eyes going back and she kind of being
But
possessed, attacking her own team?
that's stupid. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was dumb. I was like, what is the purpose of this? Then you say, oh, because she remembers all the other worlds being destroyed. But then why attack your own team? I don't understand. Why did you do that on the other time frames? Like, um, it's dumb. Her character's dumb. There's a
Maybe it's
waste
a
of
lot of guilt.
hmm?
Maybe it's guilt. I don't.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know these people. So
What do you think about the big Titan that was gonna emerge from the Earth? And so in theory, they said that in theory that this movie was taking place. I don't know when. I guess this is the right time frame. No. But so when going forward, we got to believe that somewhere in the United States or in the world, all over the world, there's like a big giant head and hand merging out of the sea. You know, somewhere just chilling, frozen.
Frozen.
Sleep.
Now I could be totally wrong about this, but wasn't this character in Doctor Strange multiverse at the end? I could be
I don't
wrong.
remember.
I was thinking that's who they were going to fight.
I
I
don't even
could be,
remember, man.
I could be wrong. It was the end credit scene. I thought I saw his face, but I
I
could be wrong.
totally forgot. I think I think the next big bad is it's so loud. The next big bad is uh Jonathan Majors guy, uh Kroll the Conqueror or whatever. Um, I think he's the next big bad. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because can you hear this whole conversation going on?
Yeah, I can hear it. Oh no, I can't hear
Oh,
that.
okay, great.
I can only
That's
hear
fine. That's
you.
fine. Well, that's good. All right. But no, I thought that the Titan though was like a dumb opportunity, a dumb. I don't know. Just like I felt like the movie just falls flat, other than Icarus and other than the fast one. Those are the ones I liked. And I like Tyree. I like. I can't remember his name. Don't have three or four names, man. Just have a simple name like everybody else. Brian Tyree Henry. I felt that, like at the end, I loved that he became more than just an engineer. He actually fought, and,
Yeah.
he's fighting Icarus or whatever. He said he wanted to clip his wings up for a long time, like the animosity between them. I think that Bollywood dude, that's so
I
racist.
liked him. I really liked him.
Do you feel like that Kingo? You feel like him not being there at the end kind of was a wasted opportunity, or
You're right. He wasn't there.
yeah, he peaced out. He left. He's like, I'm out. Yeah, I'm not gonna go up against the boss. He called Icarus the boss. So he said, I'm not trying to fight the boss. And so he
I
left.
really forgot that he just left. Yeah, it's poor writing. He should be
And
there.
he shows back up at the end. Shows back at the end like, well, he did what he had to do. Blah 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 blah. If I was there, I say, man, you ran. You wasn't even there. You don't got nothing to say. You
Um,
ran. I ain't gonna watch none of your movies, bro.
I thought. I mean, I liked his character, but yeah, it was disappointing that he wasn't there in the final fight. I thought when he was on screen though, he brought a lot of life to it. I was very
His,
entertained by him, which I
his
like the
character
actor
didn't have
anyway.
he didn't have he's a good actor. He didn't have a good peak though. His character didn't have an arc. Because but I don't know what his character's arc was. I can't really definitively say what anybody's character arc was. I think with even Icarus at the end when he does do that Unimind thing, it's not that he decided to do the Unimind thing. It's just that the girl, Cersei, became the more dominant one and made everybody over there do the Unimind thing. It wasn't like he didn't have a choice in it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like that was her dominance. She became the dominant one. She became the prime eternal, and they had no choice. What about the Joker, Barry Keoghan in Eternals? As we mentioned him. He must have went away to eat a sandwich. We mentioned him. Druid. Yeah. Brandon says that he. So for those listening, Bilford the Hobbit made a comment about what about the Joker Barry uh, Keoghan in the Eternals. Um, I thought he's a good actor. He's forgettable in this. Whether he'll be good as Joker, honestly, my man, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to see anyone post Heath doing it. But I do think Joaquin did an excellent job, but he took it a different place. And that's the only way that you're gonna do it is take it in a different place. Whereas Jared Leto, Joker, I felt like
I actually
this was
forgot he was
weird.
Joker.
Yeah,
Thanks
see,
for reminding
yeah,
me.
but no, this guy, I mean, I would like to see him. I like to see what he does with it. But I
It's got
mean,
to be
if we
something
get
different.
another Batman, if we're gonna get another Batman movie, um,
Are we?
that'd be great. I
Oh, you
don't
talking
know.
about? It's not been greenlit yet. Like
I forgot this. That movie came out this year. Oh
yeah,
wow, I forgot that it came out this year. Um,
yeah. It's I don't know how I feel about it. For me,
I'm putting it up so people know.
Batman doesn't need Joker all the time in his movies. You know, he doesn't. I mean, he's always had him. So I don't. I really wish they would just give him a break. I really do. And he's my favorite character of all time. Like Joker's my favorite, but I just give some other DC villains in the Batman universe a chance. That's
Hmm.
I've grown on that opinion, and I think it's the best. I don't see anyone topping Heath. And I love Joaquin what he did with it, but I just you got to go in a different direction, and I just don't know if I don't want to go the Jared Leto direction. I mean, and you can't go Jack. I mean, I don't know. You can't go Mark Hamill. I don't know where you can go. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I know
Yeah.
there's many different ways to go in the comics, but I just he's got to stand out. That's all I can say. I don't know if it's actor. I don't know if he can do it from what I've seen of him.
Yeah. That's a good summary of your thoughts. That's good actually. Before we end this and give our marks, what was your thoughts on Harish Patel as Karun? That was like the um, valet for Kingo.
I
What
liked him. I thought he was funny.
his
He,
comic relief? I thought he was pretty funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
he disappears. So like when they trash the camera,
yeah.
or so he's like,
It,
okay, my time's done.
I like
Bye.
how Sprite said, "How many cameras do you have, young man?" You know, because and that shows you her age too. Like she's like, oh, But
Yeah,
yeah, um, yeah. Man,
but I thought he was good. I thought he was good.
I
I
think
do.
that some of the characters had like I think that it'd be interesting to see some standalone stuff for some of these people.
Yeah,
Doing stuff like Icarus, I would definitely like. Honestly, I think Icarus. With Marvel said we're going to announce in Phase 5 or 6. I don't know. Icarus movie. I'm there for it. I think that'd
yeah.
be excellent.
I felt
Um,
this was honestly an Avengers movie without the build up and without us caring.
this dude's crazy.
Steel Cage,
No.
Jared Leto versus Mark Hamill versus
Well, for one, I would give it to probably Jared Leto because everybody else is super old other than Joaquin. but I don't think Joaquin looks like he can fight. I think Jared Leto looks like that man about crazy. So, are you talking about the Jokers? You talking about the Jokers? It's different. Because you didn't put Heath in there. I give it to Heath. Heath would let him fight and then blow the ring up and laugh about it, and he say voila. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't think Heath's Joker can fight though, but he is a mastermind. He get other people to do his doing for him, and
yeah,
which is what he did in the Dark Knight. He turned everybody against each other. I mean, so come on,
yeah. If it's the pit of the Jokers, all the Jokers against each other, I get the Heath because Heath will have a way of making all the other Jokers fight each other, kill each other, where he'll be the last one standing.
Yeah.
And it'll be chaos, and he'll love chaos. So yeah, um, that's my thoughts on it. But uh, any final thoughts before we give our marks?
No. I don't have any. You
All
have
right.
any?
No, Brandon, I'm gonna let you go first. Oh, we can talk about the end credit scene of. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
Never
we
mind.
talked
There's
about
nothing
both.
else. There's
I
literally
don't. I
nothing
don't
else
know
to
who
talk
Thanos'
about.
brother is. I just know it's Harry Styles, and I don't
Did
know
you
about.
already know it's Harry Styles, or did you learn
Yeah.
that it was Harry Styles?
Well, I learned it. I don't know. I know he's like a singer or something, right?
He was in like One Direction. He's a
Okay, One
singer.
Direction. Okay.
Girls like him.
I'll be honest with you. What I know from him the most is the trailer from Hello, whatever that Florence movie is. Hello, My
Yeah,
Darling.
he's in a
That,
movie. Yeah, yeah.
that's I've never seen him act other than that cameo in credit scene. So, but he looks like he's gonna be good in that movie. So,
I wonder how he is as an actor. That's interesting. I forget that he's in that movie. I think it looks like a pretty good little horror suspense movie.
she didn't get paid
Um,
much on that movie though. That's a shame.
Probably not. Yeah,
That's
I didn't
another
know that.
subject matter.
But Lord, here we go, guys. All right, so the markouts, it's gonna be all right. All right, the markouts for this movie. I'll go ahead and give you mine.
Okay, go right
I'm
here.
gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3
He gave
markouts
it
out of
3.
5. I'll give it 3. 3 only because I think that Icarus was really good. There's some decent characters in there. I just felt like it was a sloppy movie. But I just felt like it's sloppy. But I thought it was a 3. It's a 3.
Originally I gave it a 4 out of 5. That goes down. I did not like it as much. I'm gonna go a little higher than Aaron. I'm gonna give it 3.5. I like Marvel Superman a lot. I like the action in the movie. I thought the story was pretty decent. I just didn't like the back and forth stuff, and some characters were very flawed in the way they were written. So I'm gonna give it 3.5, but mainly because of Superman. He was freaking amazing.
Okay. Uh, well, we're gonna. So after this movie, we have next week we have No Way Home. Um, it's the next one I would say.
Toby!
Yeah, we have Spider Man No Way Home. Then after that, it's supposed to be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But I think in reality, She Hulk takes place somewhere in there. But we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna throw her at the very. We're gonna throw her. Actually, they got her place in the timeline between Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. So by the time we get there, hopefully that show them wrapped up before we get there. So because we still have Multiverse of Madness, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, then She Hulk, then Miss Marvel. So and that
Probably Thor.
concludes. And then Thor: Love and Thunder,
I'm
which
sure
would
that's
be
coming to Disney Plus soon.
yeah.
Which
But
it's not unfortunate. I liked it. I just
yeah. So Brandon, what are you? I know it's so loud to me. If they like podcasts, don't worry about that. We want to talk, player. But so what are you watching this weekend? What you got on your agenda?
I'm watching Beast. Next week I'm gonna try to get in Bullet Train, Bodies, and that Orphan movie. I'm gonna try.
I might watch that tonight because that's probably on Peacock. I think
I think it's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. Okay, yeah, I might watch that tonight then. Also, I do want to let the listeners and viewers know that next week we will be shooting on Thursday. Um, uh, we may shoot on Thursday and be live on Thursday. Or I might shoot it on Thursday and just release it on Friday. I don't know. I don't know as of yet. Um, but Brandon would not be here on Friday because he's going to go and have some fun somewhere. So I'm happy about that. I ain't going to tell all your business. Um, but that's cool. Brandon, I just want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
and I hope that you have an excellent day. I hope you eat something that that agrees with your stomach, and I hope you watch something that agrees with your entertainment value. I don't know.
I'm watching Alligator 1 and 2.
Oh no, well you're probably not going to. Maybe it's atrociously bad. I don't know.
Hopefully, it is. I
I
mean,
need
I,
to.
I haven't seen a very bad alligator movie ever. So, which I mean, I've only seen Crocodile. I mean, not Crocodile, Crawl. So,
I'm watching Santin Tango, an 8-hour movie. You're out of your mind, brother. All right, enjoy that.
dedication, my friend, dedication.
8 hours. That's a whole job day.
Hey, if
It's a work
Elvis
day.
was 8 hours, I would watch it. Just
You
saying.
would. I know this. I know this. But all right, well, we're going to conclude. Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
thank you for marking out. What's here on the Mark Out Movie Podcast?
Well,
Just like, subscribe.
hang on. Before we go, please make sure to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, please. It's my birthday, so please like, share, and subscribe.
We're almost at 500. That's the goal on YouTube. And from there, we'll try to go higher than that. But yeah, that's what's up. We thank you. Have a good rest of your weekend.